Alright guys, it's official. Menacing Molly is coming back for the 2023 season. In this video, we're going to do a deep dive. We're going to take a look at her old 2017 box. We're going to show you all the details of how she's set up. And we're also going to give you plenty of demos, including night demos. Let's go.
Don't forget to subscribe.
Alright guys, first we're going to take a look at the old 2017 Menacing Molly box. Usually what you see nowadays is a black box. It's pretty standard. This one right here, you'll notice that you kind of see a little bit of an idea by using the multiple pictures to show you kind of what she does as far as bending back. All of her story or whatever you see is a little bit more descriptive, kind of what you would see nowadays when you look at her, any sort of animatronic box, you know, like the 2020s and above. On the back, there is a version of her story, but unlike new props, it doesn't actually have her full story on the box. While we're looking in here, just wanted to point out that she came at $179.99 originally. I actually found her last year. I think it was like $210 or $220 or something like that. Well worth it because she was in great shape. So this is actually how her story came. And any of this stuff, if you just want to kind of pause and read through it, but this is the Menacing Molly story. So what they did back in the day was they would actually put the story in separately in the box, opposed to having the full story on the back of her box. But yeah, that is the Menacing Molly box. She actually came with a step pad as well. I'm not sure if that came originally or not. And now we're going to take a look at the animatronic itself. So first off, with our Menacing Molly, when you get a Menacing Molly, she actually comes with a bright yellow neck. It's really kind of annoying because it doesn't match her face. Her face is like a really like whitish, grayish, like zombie-ish, like almost like she's possessed. But of course here, you know, what we did is we went ahead and painted. I added some of the red that you see on her, the bloody cuts, that stuff was there. I just kind of added to it. But we blended it the best we could. Let me see if I see any yellow, if there's any yellow left over on here. Kind of look up going into her scalp, you can see the yellow, how she came. So yes, we just did that to match her a little bit so people wouldn't ask about it. We did also add these little bows to her hair. So you're just gonna get it, it's just gonna have these little rubber bands. I really wanted a clip-on bigger bow to clip on there. Wanted to go black and white with her outfit. That's the only thing that I could find at Walmart. So we just put a bow on each side and kind of hot glued it to keep it there. Her sensor, as you see, is gonna be located in the back. She comes, pretty much her box is connected to her swing. And then it comes up to, you know, her face, her teeth, all that stuff is kind of as it was. This one has, I believe that might be a little damage on her nose from being in her box from the person who sold it to us. But that may be how it's supposed to be, I'm not really sure. When you look at her rope, so one thing I'll give you some advice on, if you start messing with her rope and you're not very good at understanding balance, it can really ruin your animatronic. So if you're looking at a Menacing Molly and you're seeing her click a lot or flip over backwards, any sort of fail type of videos, that's usually because she's going to be off balance. So we did learn the hard way, and we did detach her ropes. So the ropes usually come with these like really white, these white zip ties. All the black zip ties we added ourselves. So I did go ahead and I released the hot glue, went ahead and restrapped everything. It took a couple of tries for me to get everything right and to get her back to balance again. She did have a problem clicking. I'd actually have a video, which I'll share now, which is showing, basically I'm at the Facebook Marketplace post, where you'll see a hand pop in the corner. And when the hand pops in the corner, it's trying to catch her so she won't click in the video because they were trying to get her sold. So when you look inside, this is where you'll find her motor, all her switches, your volume controls. You'll notice here what I did was I added these little clips. These clips were to help balance her out. So again, when you're looking at all the problems with her clicking back and forth or flipping upside down, she just needed more weight. If you look at ours, you'll notice we're not gonna have any problems with any clicking. She actually tilts forward. So there needs to be a little bit of a heavy, a little bit more heavy on the front to kind of pull her forward. These legs are just styrofoam, like a foam, you know, one of those like foam tubes for like the beach or like at the, you know, like at the pool. They look pretty bad with her legs exposed. So we actually went and bought her some kids' pants and just cut them and made those work. We're looking at probably painting these bows down here, probably paint her shoes to give her a little bit more detail down there. And we're also gonna, eventually we're gonna paint her nails. And we may do something with her hands, but that might be a little bit of too much of a job. So. All right, now that we checked her out, let's check out some demos.
All alone again. I like being alone. I don't need friends. Sometimes the other kids look right through me, like I'm not even there. But you know what? I see dead people, I see ghosts. I see the things that hate you the most. Sometimes the other kids look right through me, like I'm not even there. But you know what? I see dead people, I see ghosts. I see the things that hate you the most. All alone again. I like being alone. I don't need friends. Sometimes I pretend I'm the only kid left in the world. I won't be pretending anymore. Sometimes the other kids look right through me, like I'm not even there. But you know what? Disappear too. Don't forget to subscribe.